U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
WOKB, Winter Garden, Orlando.
Welcome to another edition of Real Family Talk. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? This is your host, Jay Real. This is Real Family Talk. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. As always, we are live in the building here at WOKB 1680. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody feeling pretty good in the building tonight?
Feeling good. Feeling
Awesome.
good as always.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody. We got Mr. Micah King is back there behind the boards as always. Mr. Micah King, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Fresh off the interview, as we know too, as well.
I don't know about that, but I know I'm fresh off them Steelers. I know that much, brother. What do you say? I think, like I told you earlier, I'm going to try out to be a quarterback for those Steelers because they don't got nobody back there.
We'll see about that.
We done seen. The Ravens done showed.
How you doing tonight, Jeremy? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good as always. How's everybody out there?
And how you doing tonight, Miss Monica?
Doing great. Thank you. How are you doing, Jay Real?
Oh, I'm doing awesome, Miss Monica. I'm doing awesome. And shout out to Miss McCrae. She's not in the building tonight. She's a little under the weather, but I'm sure she's listening somewhere.
What's going on, Miss McCrae?
So shout out to Miss McCrae. So yes, sir, you brought up the Steelers. Yes, the Steelers did lose this weekend. 6-4 now. 6-4. They did lose to the Baltimore Ravens, but it was
y'all one game from the Cowboys. Whoo, that's not a good look either.
No, it's not.
You know what? That's okay. We're right in the hunt in the AFC in terms of making the playoffs. So that's really all.
But Ben ain't coming back no time soon, so you might as well have that hunt for Red October. Goodbye.
We'll see. Mr. Charlie Batch, he did all right the last time he had to fill in.
Ain't he the third quarterback? He
is. Byron Leftwich got a pair of fractured or broken ribs as well against the Baltimore Ravens. So, yeah, we're down to Charlie Batch. That's okay, though, brother. Like I said, he did all right the last time he had to fill in for the team. And so we're going to assume that he's going to be okay once again. You know, the next couple of games, we got Cleveland next. I think he can get us past Cleveland. Then we got
I don't know. Cleveland almost beat them Cowboys.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's the Cowboys, like you said. So
man, don't be tripping. That's America's team. I know your pastor would not like you talking like that.
Don't have Pastor McGray call in and defend them cowgirls.
But
the cow what?
Cowgirls.
Okay.
But
go lose to who Thursday?
We'll get past.
They barely beat the Eagles.
RG3.
We'll get past. We can probably get past Cleveland. Then we got Baltimore the week after that. So we'll have an easy week, quote unquote, hopefully, and then another tough week. But we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes, brother. But we're definitely not out. We're right in the thick of things where we need to be. But that's all right. We always live through the struggle in Pittsburgh. Last year we had offensive line that was horrible. Still made it to the playoffs. We didn't quite get past the first round, but that's all right. We got to the chance, and that's all that matters. And we'll get that chance again this year, bro. We'll be all right. But we'll move on from that, sir. Real quick, man.
Trying to get off that subject.
Real quick, man.
And we're going to talk about the Magic on their playoff run. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think they won one game.
Have they won one?
3-6, I believe, is what the Magic
they won
are.
3 games.
Yeah, I think the Magic are 3-6 right now. We already knew what it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? It's a long season. Got 82 games. We got 82 games, so we'll be all right. We'll see how it goes. It is the East.
They'll be. I don't know about all right, but they'll be.
It's the East. They can be 50-50 on the season. They could probably get into the playoffs. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's still early. It's still early, man. But Yeah, Elmo, man, 407-894-1680. You seen this story about Elmo? Not about the puppet, but about the man who controls the puppet.
Yeah,
so today,
I know a lot of us didn't know he was a black man.
He's won a couple Emmys and stuff too.
Yeah.
He's been doing Elmo since I believe it's 1983. But today he officially resigned from doing Elmo, so he will no longer be the voice of Elmo after essentially he's had 2 now accusations of having inappropriate relations with younger men. He's openly gay, but now these 2 young men are claiming, well, one claimed he had a sexual relationship with them at 16, and he's since recanted. If you believe the news story, they say that only happened because he got paid 6 figures, and so he recanted his story. But now there's a new person that claims that he had a relationship at the age of 15. So after the second one, he doesn't want to cast any disparaging light on Elmo. Everybody loves Elmo.
Mm-hmm. Elmo makes a lot of money during Christmas.
Yeah. The funny thing?
He's backing down and saying he's going to resign his positions, but he's been there since 1983.
Wow.
1983. What were you going to say, sir?
I grew up watching Sesame Street, and do you know I really did not remember Elmo till Tickle Me Elmo came out. I remember Big Bird, Cookie Monster, the Count, all of Bert, Ernie and Bert, the ground Oscar, all of them, but I did not remember Elmo until Tickle Me Elmo came out.
Elmo was with the Muffets. Wasn't he one of the Muffet babies?
I don't know.
No, that was Kermit.
No, there was Elmo also, because he was the one he wasn't leading the song.
Grover.
It was Grover, Elmo. Those were the ones that you really didn't see on Sesame Street. You seen them on Muffet Babies. That's a little bit before your time. That's a little bit before your time, sweetie.
No, my dear. I watched the Muffet Babies. And the Elf, and what was the ones? Fraggle Rock.
Did you say Elf?
I remember Elf.
Elf.
Yeah. E-L-F.
See, that's Alf.
Alf. Well,
Alf.
Anyway, I remember the thing. I remember him.
I was just watching Gummy Bears the other day. Y'all don't even remember Gummy Bears.
Yeah, and Care Bears. Yeah.
I'm not a Care Bear fan.
Well, I'm a female. I enjoy Care Bears.
You was My Little Pony. And
no, we didn't like the pony.
You did like My Little Pony. Don't even act like that.
No, I didn't.
All girls love My Little
Strawberry
Pony.
Shortcake, yes, but not My Little Pony.
What was her name who had the freckles?
That was Strawberry Shortcake.
No, with the long red. That was Strawberry Shortcake?
Yes. That was Strawberry Shortcake, sir. But yeah, man, that's kind of crazy about this guy named Kevin Clash is his name. But amazing, man. Like I said, the man has been doing Elmo since 1983. They actually give him the credit for kind of bringing Elmo to the platform that Elmo is today. And it is now an end of an era. Some new person will now have to do the voice and move on because he has, like I said, resigned from the show due to these horrible accusations. It's kind of a shame. You know what I'm saying? He's a black man too, so we'll kind of see what happens with that. But hopefully, like he said in the first situation, that everything is he's being falsely accused. And nothing happens from a criminal perspective. Not that I want to downplay the implications or anything, but hopefully this man who has brought just in general just a lot of joy to kids, adults, just from his portrayal of such a beloved Sesame Street character. Hopefully it turns out that he is not the quote unquote monster behind the mask, if you will.
I know that's right.
But oftentimes they are.
Better change your whole way of looking at your childhood.
But I guess we'll see. I remember there wasn't even Elmo that they used one time on. It was like an NFL thing. They had 2 NFL players. I believe they were having a argument or something like that, and then they used Elmo to quote unquote bring them together. Something to that nature. Oh, you know what that was? That was The Game.
Yeah, that was The Game, but they used a fictionalized version of Elmo.
Yeah, that's right. But we'll see, man. Hopefully things will work out for the brother. Hopefully. Knock on wood. We'll see what happens. A couple other stories, I just kind of want to hear you guys' opinion on this. And audience, please call in too. 407-894-1680 is the number. 407-894-1680 is the number. Two things that's been happening recently. First, there's several 100,000 people in the country that are signing petitions to have their state seceded from the United States. So they want their particular state to no longer be a part of the United States. Texas is kind of getting a lot of the press when it comes to that. But let me just, is this racism? Is this racism, or is this just people that are just truly frustrated ignorant with the government?
This is what I'm trying to see. Now, this goes back to the point before the election. I kept trying to tell you. You kept saying, no, all these arguments about President Obama is more about policy, it's not racism. At the end of the day, I'm not saying 100%, but it was a great majority of the biggest problem they had with the president is that he was black. Now that he's won a second term, now we really see what's going on. Now, how bad? I mean, let's think about this. You know, this country separated into and went to war because a certain amount of states wanted to excuse itself from the union because they didn't like what the federal government was doing. They went to war, and the funny thing about this is, it came back to black people. Now we back here again, except now it's just one black person. Now, you tell me, is it racism? You know, they try to dress it up in history class. Well, it wasn't about slavery, it was about states' rights and federal rights. Please, it was about slavery. Them states wanted to have slavery, and the federal government said no more. That's why they went to war. It wasn't about no states and federal, just like it is now. It's not just about state and federal. I would say it's maybe a little bit more about state rights now, maybe. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of this telling me what to do. You are not going to tell me what to do with my state. I don't care if you're the president.
I mean, now
we do what we want to do.
But you know what? I think that each state has enough ability to individualize a large portion of whatever they decide to do, whether it be Obama. If they don't want to be involved in Obamacare, they still have options of not being involved. I think it's just pure hatred. They don't want anything to do with the United States and the black president. And it's so un-American to say, I don't want to be a part of America anymore. Well, what are you going to be attached to America? Like, what are you doing? That's so retarded.
But see, now that's the funny part. Okay, let's say they do secede from the union. Let's say Texas secede from the union. Mm-hmm. Let's say Mexico comes, well, you know what? You ain't part of America no more. We want our land back. Who you think they gonna call?
If they have no rights to say immigration,
they're not gonna call the Klan. They're not calling the Klan. They gonna get on the phone and call that red phone in the White House and say, we know we had said that we really didn't need you, but could you help us out?
Well, let's be honest here. It's not like the entire state of Texas.
I know, but I know.
Movement. It's the petition that was signed. I don't know the last few numbers, but the last time that I kind of heard about it, I think the numbers were about 30, somewhere about 40, maybe 50,000 people in the state of Texas that potentially signed this. And of course, this is the state that has several million people. So we're talking about, 0.001% of the state that has actually signed on to this. And even Governor Rick Perry came out and talked about how he wasn't going to participate in this particular movement, and he thought that it was a silly move by a number of people. The reason why I got any traction is because the White House has said if they signed a petition with 25,000 people at least, they would take some look at it, take some measure of it. But I mean, of course, this is not going anywhere. No state is going to actually secede from the United States government. It's not going to happen.
Hopefully.
But I'm just curious.
Hold up, but we said it was never going to be a black president in our lifetime too, didn't we? We said that. That happened a lot sooner.
Perhaps, but I don't see this one. I don't see this one moving. You need a whole lot more than 50,000 people in a state of several million. in order for this movement to be successful. Heck, you didn't even need at least the governor to sign on to say, I think this might be a good idea, but you don't even have that. And he's a Republican governor at that. So, it's people kind of being silly. Maybe it's sponsored in racism. I don't know. But it's a silly move by several
Canada.
100,000 silly people, perhaps.
Yeah.
Say, if you don't like what's going on, move to Canada. Move to Europe. Leave.
Yep.
Okay? You don't have to be here. No one is holding you hostage. There are plenty of countries all over the world. Go there.
One more story. I'm curious if you guys consider this racism. 407-894-1680. 407-894-1680. So the other one is this whole Benghazi. Okay? So, we're getting a lot of evidence. Right now, a lot of the evidence is kind of pointing towards the fact that it would almost seem the White House was almost watching these events take place, and essentially, for whatever reasons, kind of chose to, one, not do anything, and then two, after the event happened, basically lead people to believe that what it was is maybe what it wasn't. Through, the idea that, this was spurred by, a video. And had the video not been made, none of these attacks would have occurred, blah, 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 blah. And so, of course, there's essentially one news network that is, sort of probing this and kind of keeping this in the forefront. A lot of the other news networks are kind of, they're watching, but they're ignoring. For the most part, they're not pressing, any particular questions. Do you think that's racism as well? Or do you think there's legitimately something that needs to be kind of figured out in terms of the play that they're making here in terms of Benghazi? Because, honestly, I don't hear MSNBC running stories every day about Benghazi. Fox News is running several stories a day about Benghazi. Mm-hmm. But, the other parts of the media are kind of leaving this thing alone and I guess trying to let it play out, if you will. What do you guys think? You think this is sort of a backlash against, Republicans going, we lost, so we're gonna run his name into the ground as much as possible, or or do you
we're gonna make you miserable, so we're gonna keep talking about this.
Is there a legitimate question that needs to be answered in this situation?
Well, I would say this: yes and no. One, I think there are some questions to be answered. One, but two, at the same time, where was this probe by this network when we ran up in Iraq under false pretenses? So it's the same type of thing, So, that's the way I feel about it. But I definitely do believe these questions need to be answered. But, it happens. It's the government.
Yeah,
we went in Iraq under false pretenses. Of course I'm not shocked if they sat back and let this happen to announce whatever or to further some agenda or whatever they're trying to do at the time. It happens. It's the government.
There's always questions to be answered for lots of things, lots of decisions that the government makes. But do you continuously just keep hounding on the same issue and you're not getting answers? I don't even think they want answers. I think that they just want to be obnoxious and be troublesome to the Democratic Party to bring this large, make something larger than it really is. Was it an issue? Absolutely. But is it something that keep continuously asking questions for and keep several times a day, like you said, broadcasting news stories about? No, there's lots of other things that we should be paying attention to. And what's done is done. If they haven't done anything about it, they haven't done anything about it. If you can't get an answer from it, why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing that's going to be done. And so we should just learn from it, and they should spend some of their energy on other things to help prevent those things, but not keep talking about what happened. This is what happened. This is your fault. This is your fault. What is that going to prove? So.
Okay. Especially, I guess you could say at this point, he's going to be there another 4 years. Another 4 years anyway. So why not let it go?
It's not going to matter.
Well, it's not really letting it go. It's just, what can you do?
I think, but
exactly.
I do think a lot of it is too, though, as part of them trying to make sure, I forget her name, that she doesn't get that Secretary of State job.
Susan Rice.
Yeah, Susan Rice, that she doesn't get that Secretary of State job. I think that's part of it too, though. So, I don't think it's necessarily all about him in particular either.
Well, I guess we'll find out. 407-894-1680. 407-894-1680. Let's move to a little lighter topic this evening.
Before we do, I just want to. Did anybody hear about any events that happened at the Classic this year?
No, I did not hear about anything events.
I was astonished. This happened to me. I was astonished when I went on YouTube, and I'm not for sure if y'all have been downtown recently. Just moving from Atlanta, this is something I had never seen the 5-6 years that I was in Atlanta, but in Orlando it frequently happens. Happened during the All-Star weekend, and it happened at Classic weekend. The police come downtown with these big horses and start harassing people. And it's really crazy. And, if I wouldn't have seen it with my own eyes during All-Star weekend now, which is one of the biggest weekends, it's like the Super Bowl. But, so I would think it was a hidden racism. But they did it to a Caucasian gentleman at All-Star weekend, and they did him dirty. They attacked his girlfriend. They tackled him. They was hitting him with the horse. And it was crazy because the same thing happened on Classic weekend that just passed by. They was attacking people with horses, making the horses hit the people, trying to clear the streets of the people. And I think this is just crazy. I think it's really getting out of hand how the police are handling people with big old horses. We went from water hoses to billy clubs, and now they had hounds. They still using dogs, and now they still using horses.
I was about to say, they started with the horses.
They started with horses, hounds, and water hoses, and they just we got mace now, so we don't need the water hoses. But they still using horses and hounds, and I think this is crazy. It actually happened to me one time when I was downtown. They just try to, hey, man, leave downtown. I guess it's against the law to be downtown walking around talking to people at a certain time. I'm not for sure. But the police officer rode up on me on the horse and had the horse hit me with his head and with his nose. And then I was like, yo, buddy, this is harassment. Had the horse hit me again and said, you know what, I'll show you harassment. And I'm like, this is crazy. So then, I dropped it, whatever. It's a mic situation. Things like that happen to me quite frequently with the police. Crazily as nice of a guy as I am, I don't understand it. I'm a great guy, and the police and their horses, and they just attack me. But then when I seen it on YouTube, I was like, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know how many people have had stories and opinions about the police and the horses, but I think it's not even good for horses to walk around on concrete. I think they're supposed to walk around on brick, and there's no brick downtown in the immediate Orange Avenue area. Now, if you go toward Lake Eola, there's some brick roads, but downtown on Orange Avenue, there are no brick roads. I think that's kind of bad for the horses' shoes, I think. I'm not for sure. But I just want to talk about that because,
concerned about that.
I'm a very big animal lover. I have a dog. Okay. Shout out to Valentino. But he has his own Facebook page now also. Hit him up. But it just kind of kills me that it's a lot of people with pets that have their own Facebook page. So I had to get him one too.
I'm aware of that. Just a little shocked by him.
Well, Valley is a very handsome dog. Okay. But it just kind of gets on my nerves that the police they're not I mean, who are you serving when you're attacking somebody with a horse?
Well, let me ask you this, sir, because I didn't hear about this particular incident that happened over the weekend. But with the incident over this past weekend, what was the situation? And like how was the gentleman attacked or whatever the case may be?
From what I saw, now first I saw a video. It was on one of the sites that show videos. And then I went on YouTube and did further research. And it was supposedly two gentlemen. They got into, they were arguing. And then the argument broke up. And first, it was, some ladies that were just standing around. And they were just watching the two guys arguing. So then the police, they just jumped over. They rode their horse over there and break it up. And they just started attacking everybody with the horses. And the horses started attacking the three young women at first. And I'll show you the video after the show. The horses start attacking the 3 young women, and, the women backed up scared. Oh, my gosh. And then, the guys backed up because, it was like, okay, we was the ones arguing. Let us get out the way. So they left the scene. But it was still people that were just standing around just chilling, and that's who the police went after with the horses, and they just started hitting people with the horses, slapping them with the tails. And it's crazy how they have the horses trained to do what they want the horses to do. And if you touch the horse, that is assault.
That's assault on
That's assault on an officer. If you touch that horse, you are going to jail, guaranteed. And they will mace you and beat you down and tase you for petting the horse on the nose. It's crazy. Don't touch that horse. That's worse than moving your hand off the officer.
Well, I don't. I'll just say this. Hopefully, if you just ask to pet the horse nicely, perhaps they won't take you in for assault on a police officer. But
feed the horse some kibbles and bits.
With the
I see half baked. You feed that horse some popcorn. You're diabetic.
No, we're not feeding horses popcorn. But with the tail thing can be kind of iffy because we are talking about, it kind of goes back to that thing when you're talking about a wild animal. Yes, the horse is trained clearly, but a wild animal is still a wild animal. And so, they're training the horses to whip their tails, to hit people in the face with their tails.
Man, these horses were born in captivity.
I don't know.
Brother. These are not wild horses.
I don't know if I can go there with you, brother.
Dude.
Does the horse smile?
I would say this. They can really teach some horses to do a lot of things.
They teach these horses how to do everything.
I'm not saying that you can't.
Horses are very intelligent.
I'm just saying, is that what's really going on? I mean,
that's what I'm seeing with my own 2 eyes. Not on the video.
Perception is reality.
When I'm downtown, I've seen this. If it didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't be thinking about it. But it happened to me personally. And like I say, I'm a great guy, okay, police officers? I'm a great guy. But when I seen this happen to other people, and it happened to me, and I wasn't causing any problems, wasn't getting loud with anybody, I'm just sitting downtown in front of the pizzeria place, eating my food, and y'all had a horse attack me because I'm just standing up. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I understand Orlando gets their money from tourists, so they don't really care about the downtown party scene. But people just want to enjoy life until the police come with some horses and start dookie on the roads and stuff. It's crazy how they do it downtown, man. Especially during Classic Weekend when that other color is down there and they don't like that color.
I've seen horses down there on non-Classic Weekends. So
it's
not just Classic Weekend.
It's not just Classic Weekend because this didn't happen to me on Classic Weekend. It happened on...
I would say this, though. They are a lot more aggressive on Classic Weekend than I've seen. I would say that.
Well, like I said,
now, granted, everybody ain't on their best behavior, but at the same time, it does seem like the police are a lot more aggressive on Classic.
I tell you what, I've never seen the other man get attacked by a horse downtown. Now, I've seen him get tased. Now, that I've seen it, and boy, that was funny. But I've never seen them not get. I mean, I've never seen them get attacked by. I only seen black people get attacked by horses, and I've been downtown. They never attack the other people with horses.
All right, brother. I'll take you at your word, brother. But I don't know, brother. I don't know if I can co-sign on that one with you.
It's a situation where you would have to see it with your own eye. Once you see it,
1680 407-894-1680.
Any of y'all out there been attacked by horses
or
witnessed somebody at least being?
We have an older audience, so I'm pretty sure they've seen a lot of people get water hosed and attacked by horses.
Yeah, they be like, a horse? That's all you heard?
Exactly, that's all. My granddaddy had 2 hound dogs.
Boy, I used to get a beating every time I went to school.
407-894-1680.
No, that's how Pops used to do. Y'all don't know how lucky y'all are to go to school. Only went to school when it rained. So I couldn't pick cotton.
That was the old times.
I know.
They say.
I used to walk 30 miles to school and had to be there in 2 hours.
That's some stories they tell.
Yeah.
Bro. That's some stories they tell.
All bad my feet was hurting, and I ain't had no Jordans either.
We want to lighten it up, like I said, though. We want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Hopefully you have some family that you'll be joining. to enjoy some good eats, some good fellowship, perhaps some football. Then basketball games on Thursday night too. Any basketball games on Thursday?
It might be, but they usually don't do their thing for Thanksgiving. They usually leave it to the NFL. And Christmas Day is all about
Christmas
about
Day
the
is
NBA.
all about the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It
good,
might
some
be a
good football
couple
games.
games,
Well, we
so.
got Dallas and Washington on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I want to see
We got,
what the boy Robert Griffin III go do with these Cowboys.
We also got the Jets and the Patriots too, I believe, on Thursday as well.
Yeah,
on Sunday Night Football.
If y'all want to watch that.
The Jets usually show up for the Patriots.
Tebow will not be playing, so
I don't think they're gonna win. But
unless Sanchez get hurt, Tebow will not be playing. So
they might show up at least on Thursday. We'll see.
Yeah, they'll be there. They had a uniform on.
Yeah,
they'll be there.
I really don't think Mike Vick is coming back for the rest of this year.
Ain't gonna be no ain't gonna be no end zone dancing no way for the Jets.
None of that.
We'll see what happens. But in that spirit though, we want you guys, if you will, call in, tell us what you're doing for Thanksgiving, or tell us maybe you had a funny thing that happened at a Thanksgiving sometime in the past. We just kind of want to hear from you out there. Whoever's listening tonight, 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680 is the number. I let anybody in the panel tonight.
Well, I do want to start by saying, could y'all please call in, because I don't want to start telling my family story, because I got to eat Thursday. And I don't want them to talk about it. You can't eat nothing. The way you talked about us, you ain't eating nothing. You better go up the street and hope a burger joint open. And I got to go out in the woods, so I don't know what's going to be open.
But do any of y'all have a little funny story y'all want to start us off with? What about you, Miss Monica? You got anything?
My Thanksgivings are pretty calm, I would say.
Do you got any you want to share? Let's say that.
That
Now,
I want to share.
Come on now. We all in here grown.
I have very
story.
interesting family members, but not really like stories of things. We always have those family members you gotta pray real good before they come over. You really don't want to invite them.
Them the ones
but
I want to see.
Because they always starting something.
What's going on, nephew?
You're like, Lord Jesus, please don't let them, act up today.
It's a brown holiday for some of them. Brown looking.
But
I see we got a caller. How you doing tonight, Ms. McCray?
Hey, family, what's going on?
Hey.
What's going on, Ms. McCray? Talk to us.
What's happening? I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I had to call in and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thankful for life, thankful for family,
Yes.
friends. And my story is my grandmother is coming into town. Actually, she arrived earlier today, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years. She's suffering from dementia. And it's going to be an exciting time for the McCray side of the family, my dad's side of the family. We're going to have a lot of people over to the house, so I'll get some time to spend with her and my uncles. And so that's the blessing of it all.
Will you be
sorry,
cooking?
go ahead.
Are you going to be cooking on this year?
I am.
What you going to be cooking?
I do the mac and cheese, of course. They real knows about that mac and cheese.
I would say this now. Ms. McCray got some fire macaroni and cheese. It really is. I got to say that. It's good. It really is good.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I do the mac and cheese. I do mashed potatoes, green beans, and then Mom will do the greens and the stuffing and all that. So everybody's chipping in a little bit.
See that Mr. King Deltas do cook.
on Thanksgiving. I ain't never heard her come in and be like, "Hey, y'all, I cooked yesterday," or nothing like that. She's
a special occasion.
To cook. She only weigh 110. She don't cook nothing. I don't believe that.
It's a special occasion.
I don't believe that one bit. Hamburger helper is not cooking. Okay.
You know what?
I tell you, when I was in college, hamburger helper was cooking. Good Lord, that got me through some nights.
Oh, man.
They ain't used it for leftovers.
But you ain't no Delta, see?
No, that I'm not. No.
Go ahead, Mr. McCray. What you gonna say?
Nothing. I was just saying it's going to be a wonderful Thanksgiving. I just wish everybody out there, all our listeners, thank you again for our 1-year anniversary, and just enjoy your family and friends.
All right, Miss McCray. We appreciate that, Miss McCray. Take care now. You
right,
hang
family.
in there.
Yeah, take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Miss McCray. Yes. So Mr. I know Jeremy is as you guys know, he fashions himself to be quite the funny man.
No, I never said that. Never said I was no comedian, no funny man.
So
I do make general observations that people happen to laugh at sometimes.
all right. Well, is there any general observations?
I already gave my disclaimer before. I ain't saying nothing with nobody because I want to eat.
You don't have
Thursday.
to use names. You
I
can
have a
say
lot of
there
family in
is this
town.
person.
407-894-1680 is the number. 407.
Well, let me ask y'all this: have y'all ever been to Thanksgiving and had greens that look like spinach?
Oh, wow.
I mean, we walked there one time. I was like, "Is Popeye coming?" And I didn't know. Why ain't nobody tell me Popeye was coming?
Oh. So you got the women that really shouldn't be cooking.
Now I would say this. This is a flaw. I'm gonna say this. I don't care because see, they don't cook no way. This is a flaw in our family. For some reason, the younger generation of women haven't picked up on the cooking. We still got our older aunts and some of us grandparents, they still doing the majority of the cooking. What I'm scared of is when it's time for them to pass, what we gonna do? What is we gonna do? Are we gonna have to get Thanksgiving catered?
Publix and Winn-Dixie.
And I don't want to do that.
I would not be eating Publix, Winn-Dixie, or
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have no Hollywood Thanksgiving.
Boston Market.
I don't want to have no Hollywood Thanksgiving. I want somebody to be in there burning something.
That's
burn something. Bring something burnt before you go to the store and get it.
Don't do that. Don't bring nothing burnt.
That's when the
you got to bring it burnt so I can talk about it.
That's when if the women folk gonna do it, that's when the men folk have to step up.
That's right.
No. We ain't giving no passes here. We ain't giving no passes here.
They can
It's
help
some
peel
strong
the potatoes or something.
All my aunts can cook. The question is, why can't all of their daughters cook? And you know what? I would say this: most of their sons can cook. The question remains again: why can't most of their daughters cook?
407-894.
My sister can cook.
1680.
Yes, your sister can.
My sister can cook.
But I said that's why I said most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
There are some exceptions.
And she almost pledged Delta, but because she could cook, she said, you know what?
They wouldn't take her.
They wouldn't take her.
They wouldn't take her.
They wouldn't take her.
She too real.
She can cook. Cause I tell you what, my sister come in town and cook for my mama, and my mama be happy. Oh, thank you, because I ain't got to do nothing in that kitchen. My sister throws down in that kitchen. I must compliment her.
See, there are some exceptions, but boy, it's some out there. But boy, we talking about some good examples. I ain't even gonna mention nothing, but
don't mention that.
But we thank y'all because we do need plates and sodas, cups and plastic forks. We do need
and
those
Publix
things.
Cake.
We do need those things.
You know, I think most of our Thanksgiving recently has been catered by Barbecue Boys. Because if it wasn't for Barbecue Boys and the food that they brought, thank you, Barbecue Boys, Fred Adams, thank you very much for all the food that you have brought over the years. But if it wasn't for them, I really don't know. We would just have turkey and last year somebody brought some kind of chicken fingers from Publix or something like that.
They might have. Ain't no telling.
Y'all were playing basketball. Y'all bounced.
Yeah, we were playing ball. Somebody did, and I bet you it was born after 1976 too.
Oh, now come on. There are some
I don't know what we gonna do with them.
there are some younger people that can cook. I don't know. I mean, I can cook.
And we appreciate it.
And what you taking to Thanksgiving dinner, Miss Mom?
I'm making yams.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Some yams. All right.
Yams. So I like to, actually, every holiday, I like to try something different. So usually I'll go through all my cooking books and look at some different kinds of recipes. I always like to watch the Food Channel, and I like artistic
Thank you.
cuisine. So
See, I really don't understand the people that don't know how to cook or can't cook because it's too many avenues in 2012.
Especially today.
It's too many avenues.
Especially when you can read.
Exactly. You can read, but you can't cook.
They got recipes.
I'm sure they have things on YouTube too.
Everything
You just say,
on YouTube.
how to
Everything
make
on YouTube.
sweet potato pie.
I was on there, and because I had never, I personally wanted to take some Rice Krispie treats this year to my Thanksgiving because there's really no sweets like that except the pretzel salad. And I don't eat pretzel salad.
No, we do not eat that abomination.
That pretzel salad, it looks good.
I've never tried it.
Oh,
I've
man.
seen it.
They be killing
That's
that
all I
pretzel
did. I just saw
salad.
it.
That's all you need to do.
They
That's
be
all.
hold on now. My Aunt Charlene throw down on that pretzel salad now.
It must be because it be gone.
It be gone.
It be gone before the turkey.
I ain't never had none. It looks so good, but it's just Jello and whipped
It don't
cream.
look so
and
good now.
Yeah, it
Nah,
doesn't look
it don't look
extremely
good.
appetizing.
It don't look good.
That's why I just looked at it.
But I'm gonna try to take some Rice Krispie treats because when I went to my dad's Thanksgiving with his ex-wife, and she was a white lady, and we went with her family, and they had so many different various foods. It was more than just the traditional soul food at their Thanksgiving, and that was like the most diverse Thanksgiving I've ever had in my life.
I mean, well,
Give us an example.
You
What
did
was so-
say why?
What was so unique?
They
sir?
had powdered donuts. They had a bunch of sweets. They had some good sweets there, and then they had cinnamon donuts.
This man say donuts.
Hey, bro. Hey, they had
Were they
some-
homemade?
They were homemade. That's the whole. Everything was homemade. Okay, I'm talking about donut holes, not Krispy Kreme round got a hole in it. No. I'm not talking about those kind of donuts. I'm talking about homemade donuts. But they had.
So were those the appetizers?
No, actually, those were there for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I didn't eat nothing else. I was like, man, I can go get the rest of this stuff at my mama's house. I'm trying to eat the sweet stuff. So that's why I decided, this year I am going to bring Rice Krispie treats. I went on YouTube and I found out how to make them because I had never did it before. So I did a trial run 2 days ago, and they are gone now. They were so good.
Trial runs.
Got to
are
do a trial
excellent.
run.
Got
Yeah,
to.
you do.
Now, that is
You
the key
do.
thing that a lot
No
of people are missing.
exploration.
Got
No,
to.
no.
You ain't never cooked in your life, and you want to show up with the turkey.
And it's dry, and people got to
Dry.
get a
It's
giant serrated
Now,
knife to cut it.
the turkey be medium rare. I do not want no medium rare. I don't like turkey like that because turkey is dry. I got some gravy I can eat it.
and
But we
that-
definitely don't want no medium rare turkey.
That is the beauty of Barbecue Boys.
407-894-6868.
When Barbecue Boys makes your turkey, that turkey is so juicy. I can't lie about that. When they I think they get fried turkey. They got so many ways
Yeah,
to make your
fried
turkey.
they go in. I will
That's
say
one
that.
thing I love, but I have not made myself fried turkey. It can be dangerous.
But
people's sheds catch on fire around Thanksgiving. 'Cause
Oh
of
wow!
fried turkey.
So you got a story for us then, huh?
Oh no, I'm just saying. You usually hear right before Thanksgiving all the morning shows that talk about safety when frying your turkey because there's a lot of.
But it's a
lot of
reason for that.
fires.
See, people, you got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And rule number one is
Dropping turkeys in the grease.
don't hit the bottle before you go fry turkey in your backyard.
Is that the problem, sir?
Don't hit the bottle. First of all, what's in that bottle? It's flammable, but anyway. So all that you done slung around the yard, the yard dry. It's wintertime.
Yeah.
The grass just as dry as it water be. You slinging flammable material all around the yard, trying to drink. Now you can't hold your balance. You slip, let the turkey go, boosh, hot grease everywhere.
You dropping the turkey, the grease hits the.
It's almost safe for you.
flame.
It's almost safe. It's almost safe for you to fry the turkey in the house.
It's been a
You
couple.
drop the grease on the ground, you mop it up.
It's been a couple of stories that people were greasing the turkey, and the turkey slipped out of their hand and fell on the ground. And then they just rinsed the turkey off and then re-greased the turkey and went back to cooking like, it wasn't nothing.
Well, you think you're going to throw away $20 worth of turkey? That's a whole bird.
Well, you know that's
You put it in.
that's nasty kitchen practices.
It's
That's
too,
a
it's
whole
too late
nother
to go out to
story.
Kissimmee to Osceola Park and kill another turkey.
As they say, you're going to put it on that hot grease anyway.
Exactly.
So that hot grease,
It's gonna kill all them germs. It'll kill all the
Yeah.
germs.
Kill all
You ain't even
them
gonna be able to
germs.
taste it. A little speck of dirt ain't nothing but some seasoning anyway. What you think is in that season all? That's all it does.
Yeah.
It's some few specks of dirt. That's what bay leaves are anyway. It tastes like it.
Hearing stuff like that, that's why I don't eat everybody's cooking. Cause you never
Exactly.
know.
No, that's why you
never
don't
know,
see that. That's the
man.
trick.
You
That's why you
never
don't
know.
watch everybody cook. Just show up for the end results and you pray over the food.
And then you go.
and then you eat.
Because sometimes that turkey.
You don't sit in because you
really,
don't want. It's a lot of food out there. You be like, man, that food was good. But if you watch them cook it, man, I ain't eating none of that.
So then you find out that was really a cat that won the turkey.
Like I ain't eating none of that.
Or as they say,
It's always
a lot of black folks. We say, you know, who made that?
yeah. I would say like this.
Do they have pets?
If you
Yes,
if you
exactly.
show up and the turkey is
wash
already
their
carved,
hands
if the
when
turkey
they
is already
after
carved
they
on the
cook it?
plate, then don't eat it. If it's already carved in slices and sitting on the individual serving tray, nope. No, I want the turkey whole. I want a whole turkey.
You can examine it first.
Exactly. I want my ham still together. I want you carving it off the bone. I don't want no pre-sliced meat.
You want to see all the steps.
Everything.
407-894-1680 is the number. 407-894-1680 is the number. Here's a question I usually have. Why you open up a can or several cans, heat it up in the microwave, and then be looking like, woo, this is some good old blah, 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 blah. Fill in the blank. You fill in the blank on what it is. Why? And then be like, this is the baddest whatever I've ever had in my life.
That's that new school green beans. Y'all ain't know about that. And you know, for funny, they do green beans like that, right? And then they try to throw a piece of smoked meat in there to fool you. Try to slice the bacon up in there too. They try to fool you with that.
Slice the bacon. Oh, that's
I know
terrible.
Glory green beans when I taste them.
Now that glory, that glory
that's the
is
trick.
something
See, they
serious.
get that glory because that glory really say, oh man, they made this. They made this.
And the black eyed peas, for people that's impatient,
Now,
they don't
if
wanna
you
wait to
can't
soak
cook-
their beans.
They ain't no sponsor. Maybe we need to call them before we say this. But if you can't cook, that's the route you need to go. That's the closest to soul food in the can you go get.
What's that?
Barbecue Boys.
Them Glory product.
Oh yeah, them Glory products. Yeah, they do all right. Them Glory products, but yeah, you need to stop opening cans talking about this is the baddest,
Please
whatever.
don't do that.
Yeah.
At least do
put
something
on the
from.
stove.
You know, if you want to put corn, you
Yeah.
know, cut it off the cob. You know what I'm saying? Put it in a pan, heat it up a little bit.
Put some
something.
salt in it.
Something.
Season it.
Something. But don't be telling me it's the baddest thing you ever ate.
And don't be bringing no store-bought cake.
You know.
We know the difference.
I would rather,
See, we got bakers in our family, so I know the difference when I taste a store-bought cake.
But you know what? If they can't bake and they have trouble, I can't stand.
Have trouble with the measurement spoon.
Yes, I can't stand dry cake. It's like Medea with the iron hanger. I can't stand dry cake. So I'd rather for you to buy a cake than to bring me some dry
but
cake
do you
with
like,
a bunch of icing on it.
But do you like greasy cakes?
No, I don't like greasy cakes. They need to know where to buy the cake.
But like
So
if you don't have an eye for measuring, and if you cannot read a measuring cup, stay away from baked goods.
right.
Some people need to learn how to
If you
read
have
Braille.
that, it's close to this. It's good enough. Measuring format. No, do not bake. Oh, a dash. Just a little extra dash of salt. No. You are not a
You
baker.
taste the difference. Especially when you're talking about some baked goods.
You know, I had to laugh the other day. I was talking to some people. We were talking about, you know, Thanksgiving and whatnot, and they were like, I had mentioned that I was going to be making some macaroni and cheese this year, and what made me laugh though was in their mind what they heard was I was making Kraft macaroni and cheese.
I didn't hear that. I gotta get you, bro. Bro do make some good. He do make some good macaroni and cheese.
And so I had to laugh because I was thinking to myself, man, if I showed up anywhere with some Kraft macaroni and cheese,
it'd be a
Or
problem.
Velveeta and cheese. They use a little Velveeta
We'll be talking about him
package.
next week on the show. So next week, do you know what this Negro brought to Thanksgiving? Some Kraft macaroni and cheese.
but you know, it's the difference in my audience that I was talking to at the time because in that audience, Kraft was like, you know, as they told me, oh man, I love me some Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
I can eat that all day.
That creamy
man,
cheese
I don't
pasta
even-
sauce.
If you
That's
know,
great.
I don't even like eating Kraft on Tuesday in the middle of the
I would-
summer, let alone
I would say this: it's
for
a good,
Thanksgiving.
it's a good substitute when you don't feel like the process. But
Not on Thanksgiving.
but when it comes for holiday time,
No, you need to go ahead and take your time.
homemade.
Give thanks.
It's the way to go. There you go.
That you knew how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Give thanks.
Thanks.
That you got 10 fingers.
10 fingers.
Give thanks.
Thanks.
To the family.
To the family.
Give thanks.
Thanks.
That you can afford the food.
Afford it.
Give thanks.
Thanks.
That you got kids to feed.
Yes, sir.
Don't get me started.
Sit down, preacher.
Please,
I don't know about
let's
the
not get him
preacher, but
started.
sit down. Thank you very much.
Please, sir. Don't get started, sir.
Sit down and
Many are called, but few are chosen.
See, this is what we doing. They have roasted shrimp. I ain't never had shrimp at my Thanksgiving.
That's nice. I mean,
Yeah, it's nice.
you can have a variety. I've had seafood
Not at
at
mine.
Thanksgiving.
We had a traditional.
Even seafood.
And ain't nothing wrong with
Seafood
it.
dressing.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't
As long as it's good. If it's good, ain't nothing wrong
But can
with
I
it.
get some green bean casserole?
No, you cannot.
You might be able to get green bean
Yeah, that's-
casserole, but I would prefer not to have it.
certain households you can get green bean casserole and pumpkin pie. Some households you will not find.
No,
Either of
No,
those
we don't do
things.
the pumpkin.
we don't do no pumpkin
But a
pie.
whole,
Can
a
I-
whole
Some
bunch of
households you will not find pumpkin
whole bunch
pie.
of skinned potatoes.
Can I exactly? Can I get some cranberry pear relish?
No, you can't. No, you can't do that.
Can I get some
Might be getting
squash?
across the street, but
Some
nah.
squash soup?
Squash soup.
Squash
Squash
soup?
soup.
Nah,
Squash
not
soup.
doing the squash soup.
No.
Maybe
It's
maybe
served
down the
cold
street.
too, isn't it? Squash soup, I believe.
Can I get some shepherd's pie?
Shepherd's pie?
Shepherd's pie.
No,
That-
maybe across the water.
No,
Yeah,
you can't. I can't get
maybe some
none
other
of that
day.
at my Thanksgiving. We gonna get the traditional
Yes.
soul food, and it's like
Well, actually, you can't say traditional soul food because I don't get turkey every day. Or just on no random Sunday, somebody feel like cooking, we go eat turkey.
see me. I get turkey every day, making sandwiches.
Man, I'm not talking about sliced, prepackaged. Talking about some real turkey,
Talking about
man.
real turkey.
I ain't even too sure that's real turkey in them packages.
It said on the
No,
package,
it
real,
don't seem
real
to
turkey.
be.
A lot of stuff on package.
That's one thing I love about Thanksgiving and holidays, the turkey. How long the turkey lasts, it's like a game.
Yeah.
You can have turkey soup, you can have turkey salad, you can have turkey sandwiches.
Nah, see,
All
I
kinds of
can't.
turkey.
Like I said, I'm not no big turkey eater. I like my
Really?
turkey
I love
gotta be moist. You know what I'm saying? So I like I mean, one year one of my uncles, he got the turkey and put it like in a little I don't know how you call it, but like some peppers and onions and all that, and it was like juicy with the legs and all that. So that was good. I was like, yes, I'm eating turkey this year. But after Thanksgiving, unless you putting it in something, no, I don't do the turkey sandwiches and all that stuff.
You got to put gravy on your turkey. If
Yeah,
you don't
mine
put
gotta have
gravy
gravy.
on your turkey, then
Mine
you doing
gotta have
something.
gravy.
You ain't doing it right.
Mine gotta have gravy. I can't just eat
Or,
turkey.
or
You
you
gotta
can
have
just eat
juicy
ham.
gravy.
Or yeah,
I mean,
or you can
juicy
eat ham.
Or you just eat ham. 478 41680.
Don't nobody want to tell
Ham
about no
is a great
Thanksgiving.
alternative.
I know nobody on the white. They ain't called in because they heeding to my disclaimer. They want to eat Thursday. Then when their grandma coming out, you ain't eat nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Embarrassing me on the radio. Eat nothing.
Hey,
I'm not much of a ham
as
person.
it says-
Close my screen though.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Well, you gotta eat that. To me, see, I'd rather have the ham. The ham usually, to me, because the turkey, like you say, you get turkey. Turkey is funny, man.
Some people are Muslim.
Some
people are Muslim.
It's
They
a
gotta
funny,
eat turkey.
It's a funny bird.
They
but-
got to eat turkey.
Well,
Say
you
you
gotta
want-
know how to
Hard to
cook
mess with
it.
ham.
You gotta know how to cook it.
But that ham usually always come out right. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So you gotta
Some
work.
people don't eat
No.
that
You
swine.
gotta work to make a ham.
I don't
No.
eat that swine.
The ham don't always come out right. No, it don't. Ham could be dry too.
If
It
you got a
can
dry
be.
ham, something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta
No.
work. It's almost like you gotta put effort
Yes.
to dry the ham out. You know?
Yeah, but some people are good at putting in effort. Some people are very good at that. You know,
You gotta.
they put
you gotta wrap it
they
up.
all in all. They 100% into it. It's
So-
nice and dry. And
so you
that's
sound
when
like
you
you
got
been-
to get the gravy boat and dip it at the bottom of the ham. Try to get some of the juice that
Oh no.
whatever juice the ham didn't already suck up. Try to pour it on top of it to bring it out, or take the ham, put it in the microwave to bring the grease up out of it or something. No, can't always. The ham ain't always as a healthy
You
alternative.
gotta educate them. See, let me show you. Here's some aluminum foil. Wrap the ham.
Oh, wow.
Wrap it.
Trust me, by the end of the night, they be educated when I get done. Don't bring that mess back in there. Ain't gonna be none of that.
Oh, you saying you encourage him,
Hey,
Brother Jeremy?
you know the time we
You
walk in
encourage him
the
to do better.
No, see, this is what I like to do. I like to come back in the kitchen like 5 o'clock and see what food is left.
That's how you know what was good.
That's how you
and
know
what
what's
was
good. That's how you know what's good. Walking
that-
boy,
'cause it
it's your
always-
a lot of potato salad up in here.
It always be that one person that brings something else. If Jay Real bringing macaroni and cheese, somebody else bringing macaroni and cheese, you see, okay, now which macaroni and cheese
good,
gonna be the one that's halfway gone? That's the one I want. I don't want that one that's full.
I know.
Only one spoonful going.
There you
from
go.
that
Somebody was they be like, don't eat that.
one. They walk up behind you. Don't touch that one.
Don't eat that.
Yeah, I had
Jim
some
made that
macaroni one time. It had more macaroni than cheese. I was so distraught. I've never had macaroni that terrible.
That's
in
not
my
macaroni
life.
and cheese.
It was cheese with lots of macaroni.
Yeah, that's pasta with cheese sprinkles. That's not
It was
macaroni.
terrible. I was like, you really? And it was a big, giant pan. And they were so excited. Here's my macaroni. And we're like, all right, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And then we look at it and we're like, where's the cheese?
But
you try to be nice.
You ran out of cheese.
But this is what I want to know is why the people that can't cook bring the most. Whoever be throwing down, whoever be throwing down, you be like, man, they be gone in like 30 minutes. But the one that can't cook, oh, they got plenty. They bring 2 pans. Gotta take home 2 pans.
It's like a potluck at work. They was like, this give me my chance to make this food that ain't nobody ever ate before, so I can experiment on y'all.
Man,
You do not experiment.
Not on Thanksgiving.
You bring proven meals to Thanksgiving.
yes, holidays are for proven cookers, proven bakers. This ain't the time to be asking God for a blessing. You need to do what you know you can do. It's not a time to exercise your faith. We need proven cooks.
You need proven cooks in the kitchen. On
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
yes, sir.
And have an anointed.
We want no questions.
Exactly.
on Thanksgiving.
The anointing make the difference. In the dry and the moist. That could be a scripture right there.
Oh my goodness. 407-894-1680. Yes, Thanksgiving is Thursday. We just kind of, like I said, we're trying to keep it light tonight. So we've been kind of clowning in the studio this evening talking about Thanksgiving. I'm kind of getting ready to wind down here. Hope you've enjoyed what we've been doing tonight. And again, we want to send out a heartfelt happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there from Real Family Talk for sure.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Whether you got full family members coming to the house or if it's just you and that other person hanging out at the house, or even if you're going to Golden Corral, even if you're going to Golden Corral. And eating at Golden Corral, they try and serve up their thing over at Golden Corral. It can be all right at Golden Corral.
We need to start using them as a sponsor. We mention all these names. Get professional now. This hour was brought to you by Golden Corral.
But yeah, shout out to everybody for Thanksgiving. And this kind of kicks off the holiday season out there. Come Thursday, of course, Black Friday will be starting. You see, everybody's starting Black Friday now. I think Walmart's starting at 8 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah,
You see,
a lot
Target
of
doing
companies
9
are
o'clock
doing
on Thursday.
Well, let me say this. This is why I don't like it. To me, this is why I can't stand it, actually. Because the companies are putting the dollars ahead of the people. Now, I can't enjoy my Thanksgiving because I got to be to work at 8 o'clock. So I really can't even eat good. Because Thanksgiving ain't like Thanksgiving start at 10 o'clock in the morning where I can eat good, go home, take a nap, and then go back to work. That's the thing I don't like about it. That's why I'm not into the whole Black Friday thing so much. You save money, but as a people, we just need to get together and say, you know what? The store can open at 10 and we'll be just fine. Let us enjoy our Thanksgiving. The holidays are getting snatched away from us. I agree to snatching the holidays away from us.
Well, again, Walmart's having some issues with that, so we'll see how that works out.
See.
But yeah, so Black Friday is on this weekend. For everybody going out and doing some Black Friday shopping, good luck to you, as they say. Hopefully you can get what you want. I heard some pretty great deals out there. I heard Kmart got some good stuff going on.
Walmart actually has some really nice stuff for Thursday.
Walmart's got some good stuff going on. So a lot of places. I heard Sears is opening up like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning for some kind of sale. So if you're going out to Sears, man.
Again, our greed is killing our holiday. We rather be shopping than sitting around tripping with our family.
Early too, but
it ain't that serious to me.
It's this is WOKB 1680 AM, your urban empowerment and inspirational station. So have a good time this week on Thursday with your family, whoever you're hanging out with. And for those going out and braving the 4 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning to go and enjoy your Black Friday shopping, shout out to you too, and enjoy your week, folks. We'll see you next week. This is your host, J Real.
Bye-bye.
Follow us on Facebook, Real Family.
WOKB, Winter Garden, Orlando.